I'm very conflicted about how I feel regarding Series 4, because on the one hand, I can't deny it is one of the strongest seasons of modern Doctor Who, with one of the best TARDIS teams with the 10th Doctor and Donna. Very few stories I'd consider bad, just the weakest mediocre, otherwise everything is really great. With that said, I still struggle to call it the best season of all time, and would say it's somewhat a victim of being overhyped within the fandom. I think I've only just figured out why that's the case. You see, Series 4 is very experimental and takes quite a few risks. Russell, who usually focused on the more character stories, actually gave us some of his most creative concepts in Midnight and Turn Left. Ideas that he wanted to do since the very beginning, but was somewhat afraid that they would alienate people. And it doesn't pull its punches when it comes to the emotional beats and can be quite dark at points. But what makes it work is that you can clearly tell that Russell and all the guest writers clearly had a lot of love for the ideas that they were trying to bring to life here. So what I hoped the message would be from this season was, don't be afraid to take risks so long as you have the passion and creativity to do them justice. Unfortunately, I feel like the show and some of the fans looked at this season's success and goes, this era was popular, let's just randomly recreate elements from it with no rhyme or reason, which is why I fell out of this era for a long time. Which I do think is a shame, because you can tell just how excited Stephen Moffat is to set up his new era in Silence of the Library. The one exception to this rule I will grant is having the Doctor and Donna regress by the end of the season, since technically it's done in a way that feels emotionally justified. So don't get me wrong, this season is really high up for me, but that won't stop me feeling disappointed if Russell decides to go the route of rinse and repeat with his brand new era, rather than exploring any potential Midnight type stories he never got a chance to make during his original run. It's a culmination of pretty much everything from the Russell era, including the spin-offs. I don't think it necessarily sticks the landing and gives all of those elements returning time in the spotlight, but it is a undeniable, enjoyable celebration, as it feels earned across multiple seasons of television. So I do think it deserves the praise it gets, but not to the extent that it's treated as the be-all and end-all of the franchise that could never be topped.